Maya, I'm John. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
A few things I want to go over first with you really quick. Everything that we talk about here is confidential. It does not leave this room. The only exception would be is if you were going to harm someone or harm yourself. I would have to report that and break our confidentiality. Otherwise, it never leaves this room, okay?
Okay.
So, what brings you here today?
I'm here because my school counselor told me to come in. Some of my teachers told her that I haven't been as focused on my schoolwork as I usually am. And that she just said you kind of seem off. And I told her about some of the issues that have been going on at home with, my mom and dad arguing all the time and being so focused on their own issues that they're not really paying attention to me or my siblings, and I kind of feel responsible for making sure my siblings are okay.
Okay. I heard a sigh in there.
I think it's just because I'm feeling very overwhelmed. I don't necessarily. I feel like a lot's been being thrown at me at once, and I don't really. I'm frustrated with my parents and annoyed with the whole situation, my whole situation at home.
Right.
I think that I wish my parents would pay more attention to how their behavior is affecting me and my younger siblings.
So it sounds like there's a lot of good things going on with you. It sounds like that you're almost stuck with this, carrying all of this weight and this burden of trying to, you're almost in the middle of your parents not taking part in the family like you would like. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And could you explain to me, on some level, what is going on with your parents and that's how that's affecting you?
Well, my dad, my mom recently found out that my dad was having an affair, and so that's kind of created. So they're just not getting along because of that, and so I think that I feel responsible because I'm not sure what's going to happen to our family, and so I think that I'm trying to protect my younger siblings because I think they know what's going on and they're confused, but no one's talking to them.
What exactly do you feel responsible for?
I feel responsible for maybe keeping the family together. I don't know. I think that I don't want my family to kind of fall apart, and I don't want despite everything that's happened, and I don't want my family to fall apart. I guess I'm trying to keep my family together.
It's a lot of stress. That's a lot of stress. Do you think that you alone can keep your family together?
I don't know. I think there's a part of me that wants to believe that if I don't know, if I pay attention to everyone else and maybe let my parents focus on their issues, maybe that's gonna maybe they won't feel as stressed out, and maybe I can help them like that.
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's a lot of pressure on you and for you to feel that way. Is there anyone that you can reach out to? Do you have a cousin or a best friend that you think that could help you around the house with some of the things that your younger sister and brother could need assistance with? Would they be willing to help you out with that, so that to take off some of the pressure, perhaps?
I think I could probably ask my my best friend. She knows what's been going on, so I know that I can definitely ask her, hey, do you want to come over and help me with anything? But I think that I also don't want to burden her. It's kind of like what's going on with my parents is still kind of a private family affair. It's not something that I know my mom and dad would want to be public.
Right.
And so I have to be aware that I kind of need to be mindful of who I'm speaking to, because I think I might get in trouble if I say the wrong to the wrong person.
I could see that being a very difficult situation. And it takes a lot of courage for you to reach out to your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
How has she been accepting of that?
We've known each other for a really long time, and we tell each other everything. So for it was kind of like, as soon as I found out she was the first person I texted, I was just like, you won't believe what happened. And just she's always actually been a very, very good person. She's the person that I turn to usually when I have any sort of issue. So yeah.
That's good that you have someone who can be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
The dynamics, what's going on with your parents, how is that affecting you? How are you dealing with that? It sounds like a stressful, very negative, probably hurtful thing to be going through, I would think.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely stressful. I feel like I'm feeling a series of emotions. I think there's a part of me that's angry at my dad for what he did. There's a part of me that's angry at my mom because I'm like, well, maybe it's her fault. Like, she probably could have done something differently. I'm angry at both of them because they're not paying attention to me or my younger siblings. I'm annoyed because it's my junior year and I have to worry about SATs, and I know that my parents still expect me to kind of do well academically and to continue to get good grades, but it's so hard to do that when I'm sitting in class and I'm just thinking about everything that's going on at work and at home, and I'm not focusing on what the teacher's saying. Like, at this point, I kind of don't really even care about what the teacher is saying. Like, to me, it doesn't matter right now.
Your focus is on your family. It's distracting you.
Mm-hmm.
It's distracting you from something that is important to you, school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's hard to focus when your sister is crying because she doesn't understand what's going on, and she's too young to understand what's going on, and she has a ton of questions, but she can't get answers from either one of my parents, and it's like she sees what's going on with, she sees my mom ignoring my dad, and it makes her sad, but she can't do anything about it. So, it's this weird dilemma, because it's like, well, do I just leave her alone and let her figure it out on her own, or what do I do?
Yeah, on one hand, you've got your family and your siblings
Mm-hmm.
who don't fully comprehend what's going on in school,
Mm-hmm.
and then back at the family, you're trying to make everything work.
Yeah.
The pressure seems to be on you.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's a lot of pressure, and it definitely feels like I think that I'm living up to my parents' expectations, because I know that that's what they expect of me, which is to take care of my younger siblings. But I think that the fact that they expect that from me makes me resentful, because a part of me is thinking, well, that shouldn't be my responsibility, that should be their responsibility. But I know that if I were to say that to them, that they wouldn't agree at all. I feel like that would actually be a pointless conversation, because that's not what they believe. That's not how they were, how they were raised to think. So I know that I feel like I'm stuck in this situation, and I can't really do anything about what's going on.
It's under your control.
Mm-hmm. I think this whole situation is out of my control, yes.
And that seems to be a big part of your frustration. And I think that there's good reason for that. That is a lot of pressure, and you seem to be doing a very good job of understanding of what's going on. And I think that our work together is going to be pursuing these different aspects of how you feel and where they're progressing, and the dynamics with your family and your siblings, and also school. And so I am glad to hear about your ability to confide in your best friend. And please don't hesitate to call me. And I look forward to seeing you next week, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.